Welcome back to the show, guys. We are here for another episode at the Bettor's Edge. What a weekend we had, guys. Real quick, let's cover it. Saturday, two-star play on the Tennessee Vols. As I told you guys what was going to happen, they absolutely obliterate the Florida Gators at the Swamp. An easy two-star winner. Another winning Saturday. As I mentioned, we have yet to have a losing Saturday on this show. Going into Sunday, the play of the weekend. A bad beat, in my opinion, outgaining the Indianapolis Colts nearly 2-1. The Kansas City Chiefs squeak out of the game with a 3-point victory, and we end up pushing in that game. We end up even on Sunday because that was our only play. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There should be a link in the comment section for you guys to do just that. We are on our way to 100 subscribers, guys. We will be there soon. It's a race to 100. Let's get into tonight's action, guys. We got one game, Monday Night Football. We have the Carolina Panthers, on the road at the San Francisco 49ers. This line right now, guys, is sitting at 7. The San Francisco 49ers, obviously 7-point home favorites here. This game is very simplistic to understand stylistically what we're going to get tonight. It gets a little bit tricky when deciding exactly who is going to end up covering, if that makes sense. Let me explain to you exactly what I mean by that, guys. We know how this Carolina Panthers team likes to play football. It's a smash-mouth football offensively. They're going to try and run the ball. We know this San Francisco team is struggling defensively, missing most of its key players for the entire season. We know the Carolina Panthers are going to have success on the ground. The question is, once they get into the red zone, how are these drives going to end for the Carolina Panthers? Are these drives going to end in field goal attempts, or are they going to be able to punch the ball in? We're talking about Bryce Young, who over the course of, let's say, the last month or so has elevated his game. Offensively, this Carolina Panthers team in general has elevated their game, and they put on some impressive performances as a team. They haven't been perfect. They've had some stinkers in there as well. They've beaten the Falcons. They've lost to the Saints. They've beaten the Packers. They got ambushed by the Buffalo Bills. But this is a team that is fair to say is an ascending team. Defensively, very similar to how they play offensively, they're a little bit of a smash-mouth team defensively as well. What do I mean by that? They rely on their defensive front. They try to shut down the opponent's rush attack. They're going to be able to shut down the San Francisco 49ers on the ground tonight. The 49ers haven't been great running the ball this season. However, what the 49ers do very, very well is offensively, they throw the ball. This is an elite pass attack team. This is a top 3 or 4 unit offensively throwing the ball. The 49ers are going to move the ball. They're going to score points. The reason why this game gets dicey, as I mentioned, is because if you want to take the 49ers, you're talking about a team laying 7 points, which is a big number. And you're talking about it backing a team that is going to give up yards on the ground. So the Panthers are going to be able to control this game if they want from a time of possession standpoint, and they're going to move the ball up and down the field. As I mentioned, the question then comes down to, will the Panthers be able to punch the ball in? When it gets tight and it's in the red zone, will the Panthers be able to get touchdowns, or are they going to get field goals? We know the 49ers are going to put up points, guys. The 49ers will score. The question, as I keep saying, is, will the Panthers get touchdowns or will they get field goals? If they're settling for field goals, they will not cover this game. If they get touchdowns, the San Francisco 49ers will not cover this game. We'll track back into this in just a second with my official pick for this game. Moving on to the total, guys. The total right now is sitting at 49.5. San Francisco games over the course of the last month or so have been absolute shootouts. Games in the 50s and even some of them pushing well into the 60s. San Francisco scores points, and they're giving up loads of points. The exact same thing that I touched on with the Panthers offense is ultimately going to determine whether this game pushes over 49.5 or under 49.5. As I keep saying, the 49ers are going to move the ball. They're going to score points. The Carolina Panthers are going to move the ball. What are they going to do with these drives? If these drives end in field goals, or they're going for it on fourth down and they're not converting, this game is going to go under. If they're moving the ball up and down the field and they're scoring touchdowns, this game is going to go over. So if you like the Panthers here and you think the Panthers are going to be able to score points, you probably like the over. And if you don't think the Panthers are going to score points, then you probably lean towards the under. So as I keep saying, we're looking at a game in which, in my opinion, the San Francisco 49ers are going to put up their fair share of points. Give me the 49ers for a minimum of 24 points tonight. 24 to 27. Minimum. Wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if they're touching 30. With that said, guys, when I take a look at this Panthers team and I take a look at this San Francisco 49ers team and how they're performing defensively, I just think laying 7 points in this spot is a little bit too much. I don't think what I've seen from this San Francisco 49ers defense gives me enough confidence that they're going to be able to cover this number when it's all said and done. I'm not 100% confident that the Carolina Panthers are going to be successful in the red zone. And that's what gives me a little bit of angst in releasing this play. I don't love this pick. It's not a huge edge in this game, one way or the other. But I am officially releasing a one-star play on the Carolina Panthers +7. This game has touched 7.5 over the weekend. I don't believe it's 7.5 anywhere at the moment, so it's officially at 7. Let me just double check real quick. But I'm saying all of this to basically tell you, if you're going to take the Panthers, probably wait until closer to kickoff, and you might be able to get 7.5. I don't see this game going down to 6.5 whatsoever. And what do you know? 7.5 is available. Yes, 7.5 is available. So with all of that said, give me 7.5 on the Carolina Panthers. That's the official play for tonight. I wasn't 100% sure that it was available. I didn't want to release it at 7.5. If 7.5 wasn't available, I wanted to give you guys fair numbers, but 7.5 is absolutely available. Give me the Carolina Panthers +7.5 as a one-star play for tonight. I think they do just enough to keep this within the number. It's a risky bet. The San Francisco 49ers are going to put up points, guys. It's going to be a minimum, as I said, of 24 to 27, maybe even touching 30 for San Francisco. They're going to score. We're going to be relying on Carolina to move the ball on the ground, which they will, and to finish their drives in touchdowns. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's not a huge play for tonight. There's not a huge edge. It's a very, very small edge, small lean towards the Carolina Panthers. I do also lean slightly because I told you if the Panthers score in touchdowns, for this game to also go over. But ultimately it comes down to what they're able to do in the red zone. Like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I haven't had one losing weekend this entire season on this channel. We have a few more days before the weekend, but obviously I'll be back tomorrow for more winners.